For you tonight, it's the first game of the NBA Cup. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. Taking a look at Los Angeles, early on, they've got the third best record. And, of course, San Antonio, back 2.5 games.
Well, right now for the Spurs, they've stayed within arm's length of the conference leaders. That in itself is an accomplishment at this point in the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
And now the Los Angeles starters. It's LeBron at power forward with AD as the center. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then it's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the 2. And for the Spurs, Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. And it's Paul in at the 1. And here we are for Game 1 of the NBA Cup. This game will count both towards group play as well as the regular season standings.
Yeah, and it's really important to start off with a win. Only 8 teams advance to the elimination round, so there's not a lot of room for failure in this group stage.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks, guys. The Lakers this summer signing first-time head coach J.J. Redick. He's a veteran of 15 seasons, and the sharpshooter's rise in broadcasting had been meteoric. The Lakers really want Redick to be their long-term head coach, but the question, with an aging superstar in LeBron, how much patience will exist in L.A. for Redick learning on the job?
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Okay, Shams, thank you. The first one falls. You know, even though Wembanyama's first year was a tough one for the Spurs, there's a good outlook going forward, Grant.
And that's how it should be when you've got a generational talent like Wemby. The Spurs don't need to rush things at all.
Both shots good from the stripe. And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020, Clark.
Yeah, it really has, BA, and I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA, stability, continuity. You've got to have it with your executive management team, coaches, and players. And they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find.
San Antonio with the ball, following the score by Los Angeles. Vassell's shot is good.
And when wings take it down low, good things happen.
And here are the Lakers. They've been on a heater of late, 7 wins in a row.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with Greg Popovich.
He was just marveling at LeBron's ability to take advantage of any mistake you make, even a minor one. He said, if you're even a half step away from a guy defensively, LeBron will find that person. Coach is asking his guys to stay connected to shooters tonight.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Mr. Incredible passes to James. Russell against Paul. To the paint. Here's Sohan. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
They're using his size well and putting some muscle behind his play. That's how Sohan gets to his shot inside.
Down low. Here's Mr. Incredible. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Vassell outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Takes one from 10 feet. Vassell's shot is good.
You know, he's so smooth on his catch-and-shoot jump shots, and Vassell has a natural rhythm on him, too.
Mr. Incredible passes to James. And again, the Lakers, no good. The Spurs have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. Here's Mr. Incredible, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Vassell, following the score by Los Angeles. The kick out to Johnson. Over Hachimura. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Spurs trail by 3. Outside Johnson. Paul, a screen on Hachimura. Out to the right wing. Wembanyama against Davis. And even after a year, the numbers that Wembanyama can put up are staggering.
Oh, terrifying what his stat line could look like in 5 years' time. His minutes and usage will only continue to grow. He could have multiple quadruple doubles in his future.
That free throw misses.
And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket.
You know, Grant, for players that move to a new team in the offseason, have they had enough time to get adjusted?
Well, you know, BA, it depends. Some guys blend right into a new squad, but for others, it takes a lot of repetition to get a feel for your teammates.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he makes a first. And for an up-and-coming San Antonio Spurs team, Grant, what's the key for them in your mind?
I'd have to say, BA, that it's patience. You know, young guys need time to develop their game and learn from experience. You can't expect people to become stars overnight.
The Spurs making a switch here. Branham's checked in. Good on both. Here's Paul. He's scoreless. Pass to Sohan. To the middle. Stolen by Davis. Hachimura against Johnson. Here's Mr. Incredible. He's got 14. Can't get it to go. His second miss in 6 tries. Outside Wembanyama. Outside Paul. Back to Wembanyama. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. San Antonio trailing here. Outside Johnson. To the wing on the left. Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's Mr. Incredible, coming off a solid outing against Memphis. Oh, got that one up quick. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
Stolen by Wembanyama. Sohan with the ball, and Davis picks him up defensively. Outside Johnson. Wembanyama screen. Fires the 3. Russell with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off.
Orchestrating the offense like a vet. D'Angelo getting everybody involved.
And so Paul will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Trailing by 4, they defeated Washington in their last game.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
2 on the clock. Sohan. From outside, off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 4. Mr. Incredible passes to Davis. Uses the glass on the layup. Davis has got his second bucket of the night.
Davis really going up strong once he's near the basket. Love seeing him do that.
Sohan outside. Pass to Branham. Now here's Paul. From deep, Johnson. San Antonio again can't hit.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Mr. Incredible's got 19 points.
He's going off this quarter, a huge reason why this team is on top.
Paul passes to Sohan. Paul, a screen on James. Sohan, right side. Spurs need to get one up here. Here's Johnson. San Antonio again can't hit.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Here's Mr. Incredible. 19 points in the game. And Davis slams it home.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Massey, he's checked in for San Antonio. Harrison Barnes comes in for Johnson. San Antonio, Wembanyama's checked in for Bassey. Johnson comes in for Branham, and it's Devin Vassell in for Chris Paul. Now here's Barnes. He's closely guarded. That cuts the lead to single digits. Vassell's got his third basket on the night right there.
The team counts on Vassell for this, a reliable producer of three-point buckets.
And so in the game for the Lakers, they've got Rui Hachimura. James is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Mr. Incredible in at the 2. Now here is James. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Back come the Spurs in transition, and the bucket is good.
And really a two-way force in transition. Sohan will run out on the break, and he can get back quickly on defense as well.
Here's Mr. Incredible. He's guarded by Barnes. Hachimura from long range. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Sohan. The 3. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Now just a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Mr. Incredible. He's guarded by Barnes. Now Hachimura. Outside Russell. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Johnson. The Spurs have gotten 7 of 13 attempts to go here in the second. Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama powers it through inside.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
James passes to Hachimura. Here's Mr. Incredible. Vanderbilt, a screen on Barnes. James up top. That one's off. Still out of sync.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Pass to Vassell. Back to Johnson. Wembanyama down low. Working on Vanderbilt. Oh, Wembanyama making it look easy.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to review the game plan. Christian Wood is checked in for Vanderbilt. Now looking at the 2K leaderboard, specifically which teams have created a lot of turnovers and cashed in on the other end during the last 10 games. The Lakers, number 1.
Well, over these last few games, they've been putting excellent pressure on the ball handlers and then turning those forced errors into easy points.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Here's Mr. Incredible. He's got 19. Drives to the hoop. Out to Hachimura. Pass to Mr. Incredible. Here's Wood. To snap the cold streak. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Pass to Sohan. Now here's Vassell. Not a lot of room. Again, the Spurs score. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Spurs.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Hey, we got to talk about the defense too, guys. They've been outstanding tonight as they've already been able to knock away quite a few shots.
Chris Paul, he's checked in for San Antonio. And the Lakers also making a change. Davis is checked in. Grant, compared to some of the flashier scorers, Devin Vassell has a more workmanlike approach.
Yeah, he can quietly drop a big game on you. He doesn't draw attention with stylish plays and big circus shots. He just grinds it out by finding his looks.
And the Spurs with possession here, following the score by Los Angeles. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Wembanyama's got 8 points in the quarter. Mr. Incredible, good.
Really doesn't matter what position LeBron is playing. The point, the 4 or the 5, James changes games with his passing ability.
Now here's Wembanyama. He had a 30-point outing in their last game against Washington.
Relentless on the glass. Boards are largely about how much you want it.
Wembanyama up top, checked by Davis. "56 seconds left in the second period. Wembanyama, screen on Hachimura. Johnson passes to Vassell. And San Antonio again with a bucket.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them reduce their attempts from downtown. And quite frankly, I think that's a good idea.
I know there's some teams out there that would prefer to just shoot their way out of a slump, but, you know, getting a few to drop from in close or inside the arc is often a good way to get your whole offense going.
Here's Wembanyama, following the score by Los Angeles. Here's a 3 from Paul. Hachimura with a rebound.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
To the inside, outside for Wembanyama. And they'll get another chance. Wembanyama, screen on Russell. Here's a 3 from Paul. He buries it from 3. Paul's got 6.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Spurs. And that quarter was all about him, leading the comeback charge. Now they're up in this one. We'll be right back after this word.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
Fairly easy stretch for them. Could even have some blowouts, allowing them to rest their stars a little bit.
That would be their best case scenario, but then again, best laid plans. So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the San Antonio Spurs.
They've been playing very unselfish. I'm telling you, these guys are feeding off the ball movement, and as a basketball fan, it's wonderful to watch, Shaq.
Yeah, no Tyler ball from them. That's why they're getting the good looks. Get it, Tyler Hero?
Tyler ball, hero ball.
I knew you would understand, Ernie.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Spurs lead by 5. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. And it's Paul in at the point. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Now here's Sohan. Wembanyama, screen on James. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Sohan. Good work defensively by James. Lakers trail by 5. Here's Mr. Incredible. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Setting the table for his teammates, James. Enjoy sharing and passing the ball and getting others involved, I think, more than any other aspect of his game.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. San Antonio with the ball, following the score by Los Angeles. Here's Vassell, tipped, and they get it back. Wembanyama, effortless inside. And the Lakers shooting around 44%. Not bad. On the take.
Terrific imagination, creativity. Russell, already one of the league's more intriguing playmakers.
For San Antonio, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Outside Johnson. Paul taking his time here. Wembanyama, screen on Russell. Clock at 6. Rebound, the Lakers.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Boy, it sure is, B.A. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes...
Oh, a huge finish! A.D., my goodness!
There's no stopping that. A.D. is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
San Antonio leading. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Wembanyama. Russell against Paul. Here's Johnson. Over Hachimura. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Halftime didn't do them any favors offensively. They've missed 4 of their last 5 shots. First, an opponent offense, and they come in at number 2 for fast break points. Their ability to rocket up the court and demoralize the other team with their quickness is so impressive.
And when you consider how well they played on defense, holding opponents to the lowest amount of points per game in the league, it's remarkable. They are outstanding at covering for one another and mucking it up on this end for other teams. And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And it's time to check the NBA blocks leaders. Anthony Davis on top, Victor Wembanyama third.
They're premier shot blockers, and they do it with instincts as much as length and athleticism.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Back to Sohan. Banked it in off the glass. Sohan's got 9.
So good at keeping his balance through contact. Sohan showing some poise right there.
Offensive rebound. Mr. Incredible passes to Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity. Hachimura, right side. Russell against Paul. Davis, a screen. Pass to Mr. Incredible. They shoot again! Off the left rim and out. San Antonio leading by 3. Here's the cell. And it's blocked by Davis.
Got to be careful putting up a shot around Anthony Davis.
Mr. Incredible passes to James. Russell against Paul. Here's Mr. Incredible. Stolen by Vassell. Another steal. And he's going for the oop here. And the Lakers making a change here. Vanderbilt's checked in. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Paul finds Johnson. Lets the 3 fly. He drops it from range. 6 points for him.
I like Johnson's focus at the perimeter. He's pretty careful about when he shoots the 3.
Outside Vanderbilt. Shot clock at 5. The shot that time not on target. Sohan with some nice D. Pass to Wembanyama. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
The shot by Sohan, no good. Lakers trail by 6. Here's Mr. Incredible. He's got 27. Now here's Russell. Sohan covering. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
What nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Now Paul. Up top Johnson. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could.
See if you can get something going out there, okay?
Get the perimeter!
Driving to the basket.
The fearlessness Johnson plays with is special. It's what gets him these whistles on the drive.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
You know, we've got to talk about how they've continued to force turnovers and turn those turnovers into points. They came out aggressive, and they've not let up.
And the Lakers making a change here. Davis is checked in. And so in the game for Los Angeles, it's LeBron at power forward with AD as the center. Then it's D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the shooting guard position. Now the Lakers moving it up. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Mr. Incredible. James outside. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point land. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Vassell passes to Wembanyama. Sohan outside. Wembanyama, screen on James. Sohan inside. Check by James. The shot by Sohan, no good. Stolen by Vassell. Sohan, left side. Paul against Russell. Tipped away. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Here's Mr. Incredible. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
He can't seem to find the range here in the second. He did a great job in the first, hitting 3 from outside.
And there's the call on Rui Hachimura. That's foul number 2 for him. Sohan outside. Wembanyama screen. Inside. Oh! Wembanyama throws it down.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Russell to pass to Davis. Here's Mr. Incredible. He's guarded by Vassell. Davis a screen. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Here's Sohan. Got a hand on it. Russell with the ball. James outside. Here's Mr. Incredible. Back to James. Mr. Incredible passes to Hachimura. 5 on the clock. James with the ball. He's against Sohan.
Love the spin move right there, but he couldn't quite gather himself for the shot. He may have spun himself dizzy out of the spin move.
Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That one on Russell.
And I love the physical play from Sohan inside, mixing it up with the defense and drawing the foul.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Lakers trail by 6. Hachimura outside. Here's Mr. Incredible. He's guarded by Vassell. Mr. Incredible passes to Russell. Davis a screen. Shot clock at 6. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. And it's Hachimura missing. And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Such a wide open look. And the Spurs lead by 9.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Mr. Incredible, good.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Hey, regardless of the team, if anybody is a captain, it's going to be Chris Paul.
Los Angeles shooting only 36% since the 4th quarter started.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
Johnson on the wing. The 3 is up. Hits the 3-pointer. Johnson's got 11 in the second half.
And that 3-pointer is big. Cancels out the triple at the other end and helps stretch out their lead.
You can sense that the crowd, guys, is starting to feel as though this game just might be theirs.
Paul against Russell to the paint. Sohan, right side. Vassell outside. Fires for 3. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
.35 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And the Spurs with possession here. They've led by as much as 10. Takes a 3. Yes! And it's Paul with the assist that time.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Mr. Incredible passes to Russell. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is huge. They still have 3 games left, but they're in a great position going forward.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. We'll see you later.
Sorry, man. Tough game tonight.
I see a lot of people jumping on MP for all those turnovers, but everyone has bad games. Hoopers know. It's no big deal.